Hi, everybody. My name is Lee. Welcome to Round the Horn. Today, our special guest will be Vini Mad Dog Lopez, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member and the original drummer in the E Street Band. Our special guest today is Vini Lopez. Hello, Vini.
Hey, Lee, how are you doing? I'm doing good.
Great. Oh, love the gold records on the wall.
Yeah, we put them up down here in Florida.
It's great.
Got that crazy picture of me and that other dude up there, too.
First of all, we want to give everybody a little bit of your background. So let's do a little bit of bio. What's the actual first band that you ever played in?
The first band that I ever played in
was
Sonny and the Starfires, way back in 1964.
Oh. I know you
There's
and I.
These two originals, all.
Right. You and I know each other for over 40 years.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you remember us meeting. You probably don't, but I grabbed you in the halls of Neptune High School to tell you how much I enjoyed you at one of the CYO dances.
Yeah, Buzzy Lubinski, right?
That's right. So what year was your first meeting with Bruce?
Well, actually, the first time I ever saw Bruce, didn't know it was him, was Sonny and the Starfires. It was in a big band battle.
Okay.
At Keyport Mattawan Rollerdrome, a Norman Selden production when he was a kid. And there was 25 bands in this big band battle. And the Castiles were set up right next to us, you know. But I didn't know, and none of us knew that that was Bruce Springsteen. That was the Castiles. They were our rivals. But they played a great set. We played a great set. And when it came down to the judging, third place band, I forget who that was. And then they announced second place band, which was us, Sonny and the Starfires. And then they announced the first place band, which was the Rogues. And
remember the Rogues?
We were in shock because the Castiles didn't win. We figured they would win, but the Rogues won.
Yeah, I remember the lead singer, Hunter McKee, I think his name was.
Yeah. That's the old days there. But the actual first time I met Bruce is after Danny and I were with Chinnick in the downtown Tangiers Rock and Rhythm and Blues Band. The band broke up, that band. So Danny and I still wanted to play together. So we had to look for someone that could actually write songs, you know, because we wanted to keep doing original music like we were doing with Chinnick. And I heard about Bruce, and I went to see him at the officers' mess hall up in Fort Monmouth. They were playing a gig up there, and he was good. And then I went to the IAMA in Long Branch, the Italian American Club up there, and Earth was doing a gig downstairs, and I went up to Bruce. I introduced myself, which he knew who I was because he used to come watch Sonny play guitar. And I said, hey, you know, Danny and I are looking to do this. Let's hook up down the upstage. And he did. Me and Danny walked in one time, and there's Bruce up on the stage and stood there and watched him. And then we got special permission to do a set of our own, and the rest is history.
How was it to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Well, it was pretty incredible that night. Being on stage with all my friends from the old days, from the new days, big crowd there in Brooklyn. It was just so nice. And getting to meet different people at that show was pretty incredible. I mean, Bill Murray came up to me and introduced himself. I mean, come on. I mean, it's Bill Murray. What are you doing? You know, I'm Vinny. I'm just a caddy, man. He goes, yeah, but I know you're just a caddy. That's what he was telling me about me being a caddy. So it was incredible. And we were all pretty humble that night. And I got to play a few songs with the boys, and it was just wonderful. 2 drummers, me and Max.
Right.
E Street. Never see that again.
Well, that's your other career people don't really know too much about, you being a caddy.
Yeah. I'm a caddy too.
You're a caddy?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I started in golf in the 80s. I started playing golf in 1967. I still haven't gotten any better at it. It's a game like that, you know, you hit it, get it, and then you hit it again. But I got a job at Hollywood Country Club. Friend of mine who lives right around the corner here in Florida, Jimmy Lincoln, he was an assistant there, and we met in Asbury Park at the golf course there. And it was cold. We were the only nuts out there playing, but we became friends. And he said, hey, you know, we could use a guy like you over at Hollywood. So I got a job in the bag room, and I ended up working, doing a lot of different chores at Hollywood Golf Club. But that's where I actually met Mark McCormick, the fella that I caddy for today. He came over. The pros used to have their tournaments on Monday afternoons, and they'd come over and gamble. And Mark was there, and he says, hey, I have an assistance tournament. Would you caddy for me? And I have been caddying for Mark ever since, over 30 years now.
Wow, that's great. Well, we're here to talk about baseball.
Oh, yeah, baseball.
Everybody
What about it?
that I know, it's come out that a lot of my friends, all our musical friends, are big baseball fans as well. So let's get to that. Did you play Little League back in Neptune?
I played Pee Wee League
Okay.
up on the hill there in Hamilton.
Right.
I was an outfielder. I was a pitcher. I didn't ever hit a homer, but I could get the gapper, you know,
Right.
drive them runs in. So they were happy with me. And hey, when I pitch, I had my little sticks I set up, and I pitched between the sticks, and I could do that in the game, and they put me in every once in a while, and I had a lot of fun. So me and Taco, we played softball a lot in Neptune. You know, Schrager was on the team. We had a whole bunch of guys.
Yeah, the old crew from Neptune.
The old crew, that's right.
And now you're down in Florida, and you're there for spring training, which hasn't completed.
Did not materialize this year. We had tickets too.
Did you?
You know, we were going to go see the Phillies with the Yankees over here, and we were going to go see the Orioles with the Yankees up in Dunedin, but everything got canceled out. So that's all there is to that. And hey, my friend Joe Madden, now he's out in Arizona. He's the manager of the Los Angeles Angels now.
Yeah.
You know, and he was on a similar thing to this, where people would call in and ask him questions. And he talked about them doing the season this year with just dome stadiums, like 4 dome stadiums, no crowds, just doing the season with the teams in those kind of places. So that's just something that maybe you look forward to. I've known Joe since he was the manager here for the Tampa Rays. You know.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly. So what's your favorite baseball team?
Well, I live by Trenton in Hamilton, you know, up in New Jersey. Right. So we root for that Philadelphia team.
Okay.
But I'm also a Yankee fan, and have been a Yankee fan for many, many years. Since I was a little kid, I was a Yankee fan.
Watching them on Channel 11.
That's right. Rizzuta. The Huckleberry.
Did you ever meet Phil?
No, I never had the opportunity to meet Phil. I would have loved to, though. Yeah. But years ago, when I was a kid, Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle, they were Yankees, you know, but they had the thing broadcast on Channel 11, and the Yankees need housing for some of their new players. So we sent a letter in, you know, say, yeah, sure, we'll be glad to put up some Yankee players and get Roger Maris to stay at my house. My grandma sent me a letter. So but we always went. Me and Whistler used to always go to Yankee games. I mean, all the time. Take my old car up, got broke down on the bridge one time, and we still made it to the game. Oh, man.
You just left the car there?
No, we got the car off the bridge and then left it there. So, but we made it and back, amazingly enough. Yankee Stadium, the old one.
The old one, yeah. So Mantle and Maris were your two favorites?
They were always my favorites. I got the M&M boys up in my bathroom right here. You know, hanging up. I got pictures of them.
Yeah, I remember the Channel 11 broadcasts on TV and also listening to them on radio way back when with Mel Allen. And I got a chance to work with Mel doing a commercial when I worked at WJLK.
Yeah, they had, when I was a kid going to school in Asbury Park at Holy Spirit School, we used to take the bus and walk over to Steinbeck's store, you know, when they had the TVs in there and the baseball beyond in there. We'd go in there and wait for the bus to watch the black and white TVs in the Steinbeck store. Watch all the great ones, all the great ones.
So have you met any players in your past?
Not really. No, just Joe's my favorite, you know.
How'd you get to meet Joe?
Well, he's a Springsteen fan. So I found that out, and we were at a Yankee Ray game down here in Tampa.
Okay.
And I went down the dugout, and I said, "Hey, Vini Mad Dog Lopez, please tell Joe I'm out here. I'd love to speak with him, you know." So they gave me the runaround. I went up and filled out some papers and did this and that, and I came back down. So now I'm standing there with Dawn and myself and her brother next to the dugout, and just 2 Tampa cops and some security people around. And this young gal comes up out of the dugout. She goes, "Vini Mad Dog Lopez here." She yells it. And I said, "Yeah, I'm Vinny." She goes, "Oh, yeah, Joe wants to see you. Oh, and by the way, you used to date my mother." So it's a small world. The Tampa cop looked at me and goes, "Oh, you're busted." I said, "Oh, yeah, thanks a lot, pal." And I went down, but I had all Yankee gear on. And I go into the Rays locker room in Joe's office. And he's got the 2 Springsteen albums that I play on, the gold records, similar to these ones you're seeing here, on his wall in his locker room. And he still does at the Angels. Pretty incredible.
So you're going to head out to Arizona?
No, I'm lucky if I can get back to New Jersey right now. We're looking forward to coming back. Maybe the end of May we can get back.
Yeah, everything
we'll see.
Hopefully, maybe we'll get some baseball in. Right now, as a scout, we haven't seen much in the way of ball games. Some of the high schools had a few games, and a couple of colleges had played, but we've got hopefully a draft coming up soon, and maybe we'll get to have that as part of our season, but not much.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
We were going to Little League games down here. The guitar player I play with, Tony Hall, his son plays Little League down here. And we were going to the games before they just canceled everything.
Right.
And they were more enjoyable than going to some of the big league games. Everybody was rooting and having fun with the kids. It was good. Nobody was trying to go to college there. They were all just trying to have fun.
Right. So where in that Tampa area do you live?
We live in Largo, which is south of Clearwater.
Okay.
So over on the Gulf.
So you're closer to the Tampa Bay stadium then, right?
Oh, all of that. Yeah, we're close to Dunedin, where they do a lot of games in the springtime. The Rays the Blue Jays have their stadium down here, Jack Russell. And, of course, Philadelphia has their stadium here in Clearwater. And then we used to go to Tampa, Yankee Stadium's there in Tampa, where they have their games. But, of course, everything is closed now, so just staying home.
Bad as it may seem.
It's not that bad. Not that bad. We're getting a lot of stuff done around the house.
So have you seen Joe lately or talked to him? No,
just on he's out there. So it's hard to get to him. Like I said, he was on a question and answer thing, and I threw a few his way.
Okay.
It was fun, but he was talking to a lot of his old cronies and people that he knew around here. They still own a restaurant around here. I asked him if he's going to get back to Tampa Bay. He said he hopes to. So we'll see. But, they're talking about the stadiums, dome stadiums, one of them probably here in Florida, where they can do get the season going. But we'll see.
Sure, yeah. I remember I was down in Florida when they were just building that stadium, and it was unbelievable the excitement that was around that area with a major league team coming to Clearwater area.
Oh yeah, no, it's terrific here. We've come down for many years for the spring training.
Well, half New Jersey's there.
You know, it's terrific down here. A lot of different folks. We meet them every day. That wishes there was a baseball season again. That's for sure.
That's for sure. Well, Vinny, I appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us today. And, well, we hope to see you soon back in New Jersey. Thanks again.
Well, the end of May, we'll be back. 20th of May. I'm supposed to have a gig the 24th of May at Woody's out in Farmingdale. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, I'm at that age where I don't want to catch this thing. So
right. Yeah.
I'm going to stay safe.
We're all susceptible, as they may say.
That's right.
Thanks again, and take care of yourself. See you soon.
Thank you, Lee. Hope I did good for you.
You did. Thanks.
Cool.
And that's it for today, folks. Thanks for coming by, and we'll see you soon.